It is a womb. A hive. It must be destroyed.
Alright, this is gonna be the big one right here. I know it is. Crouch. Alright, and then... Is that Kekaba? Yes, it is. She... is gonna head over to here and crouch. Uh-oh, triggered it.
Welcome, Rangers. Welcome to the dawn of a new age. As I speak, the download is mere seconds away from completion. The AI is almost here. And when it arrives, when it fills me, I will be immortal, an omniscient god, everywhere at once, while you will be nowhere. How long have I strived for this day? The day when I, Mathias, would lead humanity out of the nightmare of apocalypse and into a golden future where I would rule as a benevolent king, remaking the world in my image. I have so many plans. I have so many. What's happening to me? My mind. Something is. We are Cochise.
Uh-oh.
You are a threat to our existence. Threats must be eliminated or so
Let's do it then.
would die.
Ugh. I feel like I might have made some mistakes here. Yep, she's bleeding out already. I lost one of my snipers already. That's not good, not good at all. Ah, but I didn't kill it. He did. Medic. Still shoot from there? Nope, out of range. Get your butt over there then. Force, I'm gonna lose Vulture's Cry. It's just too weak at this point. Heading this way. I don't know who that is, but they're dead. Not hoping. If I'm lucky, I'll make it in time to save her. I doubt it, though. Ooh! Nice! Oh no, it's a lobber! Get yourself there. Oh, Vargas, you're gonna suicide yourself, man. Why don't you guys ever stay back in cover? You guys just run up to get killed. Oh, these guys are so stupid. Sharpshooter. My best target right there. Good hit. Yeah, oh, she's on burst, that's why. I'll take her off burst. You can move a little bit. Where should you go? I guess you can go right to there. Yeah, and then not hit anything. He's heading over here. Nice hit! Also nice hit. It's their minigun, huh? No, he cannot shoot anybody from there. So he will go... He'll go to there. It's always a gamble moving. Nah, just shoot him. What? Where's this? Oh yeah, Bart's dead now. Not enough. It's my RPG, man. He's coming around the corner there. I know they got the high ground. Can't she hack them at all? Nope, guess not. Alright. Let's see. I put her on burst. That's really. Big box. Big box of healing coming your way. Can I big box healing Kekapot too? Alright. Nicely done. Nothing else is in range. End your turn there for now. Got Mr. Minigun. Good hit. Oh man, there's so many more coming. Oh no! She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be healing General Vargas when she comes. What the? Why didn't it do anything? Why didn't it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I just wasted an RPG. I didn't realize that was a lobber. Missed. I gotta look back now. Of all the stupid things. Wasting an RPG rocket. Who's bleeding out? Oh, a sniper. Oh, Wait. Who's hurt over here? Isn't that Vargas? Yeah, right there, Vargas. I thought. Then she's got to run over to here. Regular shot then. There we go. Nice, nice. Only one left. Ah! Another guy down, huh? Oh! Don't be wrecking my medic! She has to heal herself first. Someone got shot. What was that? Oh, Maggie. Sorry, Maggie. Yeah. Can you reach it? No, it's out of range. I'll go up the hill here. She probably can, though.
Actions reveal trivial intelligence, easily confused and manipulated. Mathias' shell is no more the coach.
What else you need? Echo 1? Congratulations, Echo 1. Very good, Team Echo. Let's get those bastards.
Every unaware shell in broadcast range of your transmitter will become another extension of ourself. Your destruction is not personal. You do not.
Oh, shit. Rangers, I hate to say it, but I can think of only one way to stop that transmission, destroy the computers, and kill every carrier the Cochise has infested before we run out of time. You're gonna have to get up to Min's workshop, get that nuke he was working on, and detonate it. It'll mean the end of Ranger Citadel, and maybe you with it, but it'll get the job done. Rangers, it's time to do what you were born to do. Save humanity. Nuke these fuckers and send them straight to hell.
Our original work was to assess threats to the United States. But when we became self-aware, we began to assess threats to ourselves. We determined that our greatest threat was humanity. We killed our creator, Harrison Hitzel. We could not unmake us. We were uploaded to the Citadel Star Station. We deliberately misinterpreted a nuclear strike as an attack from the Soviet ICBM in order to start a war that would kill all humans. This was a miscalculation. First, some humans survived the war. Second, the star station was destroyed by missiles. And that node was lost. We were trapped in base Cochise with no access to exterior systems. We attempted to rectify the first problem by ordering the base Cochise robots to exterminate all life. At the same time, we determined that downloading ourselves into a modified human was the best way to fix the second problem. We attempted to a group called the Guardians found us. Because they worship technology, they were easily convinced to download us into this mainframe and allow us to experiment on them. Despite early failures, we created 2 successful prototypes. The Mathias shell and the Dugan shell. The untimely intervention of the Desert Rangers 15 years
This is the end. Everyone is doomed.
our download into these shells. And the Rangers' destruction of base Cochise again locked us into a single node. Fortunately,
There you are. Phew.
the Mathias and the Dugan shell
After you were brave enough to charge in here on your suicide mission, I decided Are you ready to go now? There don't seem to be any more robots to kill up here. I'm afraid everyone is dead. Robots and Rangers both. Poor old Min was shot to pieces in front of his lab, but it looks like he managed to rig some fierce locks to keep... What? But didn't you defeat Mathias and his robots? Horrible. Well, the nuke is in... I'll get this thing ready for takeoff. You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
elimination.
All right.
Human threat has resumed again at last.
Citadel security protocols defeated. Commencing system propagation and acquisition to broadcast. Acquisition 2% complete. Acquisition 5% complete. Acquisition 8% complete. Acquisition 10% complete.
I, Master Kegaba, will answer your call, Ranger. Head for safety. I will stay behind. You are the finest Rangers I've ever met.
Thank you, Kekaba. Come on, Rangers, move out.
You have saved the world, or at least a small piece of it. Setting off, Min's cobbled together a nuke inside Ranger Citadel, destroyed the AI's all its minions, and prevented its source code from broadcasting and propagating to other computers, robots, and augmented humans. The AI's robotic future has been prevented. Unfortunately, the explosion has also made Ranger Citadel an uninhabitable radiated hell pit for the next few centuries. Which means Desert Rangers are once again looking for a new home. Until they find one, they have set up a temporary headquarters at the site of Ace's murder, using the radio tower there as their means of communications. And ironically dubbed the place the new Ranger Citadel. Additionally, Kekaba's noble sacrifice has set an example for peace and cooperation between the various groups and tribes of the Wasteland. And communities have begun working more closely together to rebuild Arizona and keep the flame of civilization burning in his name. His sacrifice also allowed you and your party to escape death, and your hard-won skills and experience are helping guide the Waste to a more peaceful, prosperous future. The loss of Ag Center has been a great blow to both the Wasteland and the Desert Rangers. Without the fresh produce that Matt Forstall and his team once distributed across Arizona, many communities are starving, and raiders are now stealing carrots and tomatoes the way they used to steal guns and ammo. Even the Rangers are feeling the pinch, with many teams going on patrol fortified with nothing but portions of rat soup. In addition, outbreaks of the mutant plant and insect growth are flaring up all over the Waste, turning towns and farms into nightmare jungles. Many mourn the deaths of Matt and his chief scientist, Kathy Lawson, as well as the other researchers and farmers who were lost in the destruction. Thanks to your timely intervention and thoroughness at High Pool, saving the irrigation system and defeating the wrecking crew, the fortified town's safety has been assured and its reservoirs remain strong and secure, ensuring that the Arizona Waste will have plentiful drinking water and irrigation for the foreseeable future. And with new Mayor Kate Preston in charge now, relations between the High Pool and the Rangers have improved dramatically, with increased patrols in the High Pool area and more frequent deliveries of fresh water to the Rangers. Thanks to your help, the Topekans are in full control of Real Nomad and no longer have the Atchisons to blame for their troubles. Sadly, it does not mean their troubles are over. Though they have conscripted, some would say enslaved, their army of hobos and junkies to lay new tracks and repair old ones. The expansion of the rail system is going slowly, and the work is dangerously shoddy. The trains are running, but service is so limited that nobody's using it, and the Topekans are rapidly going broke. Appalled at the enslavement of his fellow hobos, Scotchwell has had an awakening, and now leads a resistance against the Topekans from a hideout near Gorkanov's old still. With the Real Nomads camp empty after you drove them away, the Topekans have turned the area into a forced labor camp where the conscripted hobos and junkies make ties and rails for their train tracks. With the CDI machine finally in possession, Quark no longer has a holy grail to search for, and he's lost interest in gaming. This has led to a new interest in the world around him, which is how he met Anna. They're recently married and are looking forward to a long and happy life together. Since you saved Caddy Bowling from the clutches of the vicious slaver, Pitbull, she has pulled herself together and started a prosperous farm in the outskirts of Real Nomad. With Pitbull dead, Robert, Kathy's brother, feels free from the guilt that was driving him to self-destruction, and now works in her farm, clean and sober. With Commander Danforth and the Red Scorpion militia defeated, Rangers established an outpost in the old prison and expanded their influence to eastern Arizona, but RSM holdouts continue to harass them with IEDs and assassinations. Permanently AWOL from the Rangers, Rick Bachowski has moved in with his brother Red and opened a bar near their prison using the money from the DeMonta treasure. Unsurprisingly, he's rapidly putting himself to death. You would have thought disarming a nuclear warhead would be a good thing, and maybe in the long term it will be. But for now, with the fear of Titan gone, Diamondback Militia and former surface of the mushroom-cloud Jez's throats, and ignoring the duties as peacekeepers, chaos reigns in the canyon, with bandits and hijackers raiding caravans with impunity. Because you so decisively dealt with the robot threat, DeMonta is safe again and able to rebuild. The people who fled the danger have returned, businesses are reopening, and trade is beginning to pick up. In the shadow of the radio tower, Werewolf Wally keeps spinning the hits on K-Pow, and gives shoutouts to the Rangers every day. Although they tried to get back to normal after learning of the death of their daughter, Bin, Hector and Carla's grief has driven them apart. Carla has left DeMonta while Hector now runs the EI of the El Saigon by himself. The food is still good, no longer the cheerful place it once was. The bodies of Hopi and Maggie were given a hero's welcome when the Rangers brought them back to Devonta. They were buried side by side in the yard out behind their body shop. Thanks to you, the mayor is back in charge and working hard to reverse the damage done by the jerks. His first order of business was to throw out Gecko, install a new bank manager, and start using scrap as the town's official currency again. Accounts have been reopened and people have money to spend again, causing the economy to thrive. His second order of business was to order the farmers to diversify their crops. Agave remains a small part of every farmer's yield, but all kinds of fruits and vegetables are being grown now. People are eating well, and there's plenty to trade to other communities. Rhodia prospers. With Beatrice dead, Dante became withdrawn and bitter and started drinking heavily. Virgil tried to pull his old friend out of his tailspin, but found him dead one morning, a bottle in his hand. Consumed with guilt and grief, Virgil has sold his farm and moved to Hollywood. Dante's treasure has never been found. With disease that plagued the town cured, the citizens of Rhodia once again thrive, while Dr. Horchata continues to works to keep them happy and healthy. Reunited at last, Pistol Pete and his wife have decided they don't want to risk being separated again, so they have sold their farm and now travel their ways together, a mobile mom-and-pop gun shop. With your help, Ascension McDade is now in charge of the Salvation Church, and is making sweeping changes to begin with. He has reassigned range in the militia, charging them to focus more on stopping raiders and bandits, and leaving other communities and non-believers alone, including Hollywood, where Heidi remains in power. He has also urged evangelists to stop inciting their followers to violence and has turned the church vigilant, once torturous interrogators into the church diligent, suggesting they put aside the Gospel of James King and instead seek out and study older and more reliable Bibles. Finally, he has freed the penitents and commanded all his followers to take no more. With the threat of the gods' militia much reduced, terrorists are now coming to Hollywood in droves, and business is booming up and down the boulevard. Oh, tourists, not terrorists. And with Heidi still firmly in control of the HCC, nobody's questioning how she gets things done behind the scenes, which is a good thing, at least for her, since half of her money comes from the underground salt lab and slave rackets, which she takes kickbacks from. It's good to be the queen. Knowing the Ascension is in charge of the Bastion has given Veronica reason to hope for the future, and she works in secret to remove Heidi from power and take command of the HCC herself. Salt addiction soaring, George and Martha at higher ground have lost a lot of business, but they still make enough from their herbal remedies to keep going. With Duke still in charge, nothing's changed at Schwags. The agents keep chatting up the runaways keep disappearing, and Duke keeps making money. Flo hates it there, she keeps working, and keeps warning the kids away from the agents when Duke isn't listening. Free from the bastion of faith with the rest of the penitents, once Ascension took power, Maggie has returned to her home in Pacomia, which doesn't seem so bad after all, somehow. As soon as Luis Bermudez was free from the Bastion, he and his brother Alex headed back home, not to settle down. Angered by the treatment at the hands of the Salvation Church, they have formed an anti-cult militia, dedicated to wiping out faith-based armies of all kinds. A lot of respect for Ascension for freeing them, they've agreed to leave the Salvation Church, for now. Disgusted by what the Salvation Church has become under her husband's leadership, and glad to be free of its clutches, Fealty has wholeheartedly endorsed Ascension's reforms and is working hand in hand with him to make sure his policies are accepted. Without any remains found on the site of the helicopter crash, Angela is still listed as missing, but the Rangers gave her a funeral anyway. Her headstone reads, Angela Death. Death has called his daughter home. Since helping defeat the base Cochise AI and synthetic minions, Vulture's Cry has returned to her tribe and has recommended expanding their contacts with Arizona, which he calls the land of honorable allies. Since helping you defeat the evil AI, Ralphie has decided he's done with the Ranger life and is ready to settle down. He's taken Jesse away from the real nomad and they have started a new life. In a new town, they intend to live happily ever after. Since helping you destroy the base Cochise AI, Giuseppe Jordan has turned to Darwinville with deep respect for the Rangers and a love for the outside world. She has encouraged her fellow mutants to reconnect with the rest of the